But in November, Rogers Communications, the parent company of this television station, secured a 12-year broadcast deal with the NHL starting next season. Well, yesterday we found out exactly what that'll mean for hockey fans, and it is huge. More than 500 regular season games across 13 networks with up to 7 games every Saturday night. That includes a nationally televised game every Sunday night at 7 o'clock right here on City. To bottom line it, lots and lots more hockey. Here to fill us in, hockey great, 6-time Stanley Cup champion, a proud product of St. Albert, Alberta, Mr. Mark Messier. Mark, good morning to you.
Thanks for having me on. Great to be with you.
This is fantastic news for hockey fans, isn't it?
It's incredible. I watched the presentation be unveiled yesterday, and I was sat back in amazement, actually, to see where the game has gone since I started in 1979 and was a fan back in the early 60s. Incredible opportunity for the fans to get more options, more games, more opportunity to see the games in different formats. What a great idea, and things look great for the NHL.
Now, part of what really struck me, and I think for a lot of people, the Sunday night games called Hometown Hockey are going to feature broadcasts from a different community rink across Canada, telling sort of grassroots stories. What do you like about that?
Well, if you look at Hockey Day in Canada, it was the same kind of concept where they've gone out to remote locations over the last few years and kind of really gathered the community together to celebrate our great game. And I think that one of the things that Rogers is, and the new deal with the NHL, is it gives an opportunity to really kind of, celebrate our past and the history and the traditions of our game. And it's important for our younger boys and girls who are playing the game to understand where the game has been and where it's gotten to, and the people that are responsible for that. So all these different kind of platforms and all these different kinds of remote locations and galvanizing the communities together is a way to do that, and I think it's very important.
And we know that hockey has a tremendous amount of momentum here in this country, but you are really helping and hoping to grow the game south of the border. Tell us about Grow the Game.
Well, the Grow the Game campaign started with a collaboration between Bauer and Hockey Canada, and one of the questions went out there is, why are 9 out of every 10 children in Canada not playing ice hockey? And so I think that was alarming to everybody to hear that statistic. So they went out and started asking the questions and did some polls and surveys, and what came back was that the game was perceived as, for New Year's, for people that weren't playing the game, that it was too time consuming, a chance of injury, economics, and of course one thing that really kind of resonated with everybody, that they perceived the game not to be fun. And as we all know, hockey should be fun. We got to find better solutions for the new users to get more kids on the ice if 9 out of the 10 kids aren't playing. And so they've rolled an initiative called the Big Assist, which basically allows players or new players to come on the ice, get free equipment for 6-week programs for an hour a day, and they get everything for free for $100. And the results have been tremendous. So we've got kids that have never been on the ice before coming out to these sessions, and all re-enrolling because I think some of the myths of the game are being relieved, and they understand that hockey can be really a fun experience there. And we need to find bigger and better platforms for more kids to play if they're not kind of enrolling in the elite travel programs because they don't want to commit the time or any other reasons that I mentioned there. So I think hockey can be played by a vast majority of our children there if we provide better and more platforms to create the experience that they want.
I'm curious about your personal experience, because you were playing fairly elite hockey from a very young age. So how did the fun play a factor for you even when it was that competitive?
Well, I think you can really marry both the competition and the the pressure, the time commitment, or whatever. When I grew up, there wasn't travel hockey. We didn't have these elite programs. We had A hockey, B hockey, C hockey, and I never left Edmonton to play hockey. Our road trip was from the north end to the south end to play someone from a different community. So a completely different dynamic, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with what we've created, but I don't think it's for everybody. and a lot of kids are kind of getting left behind because they don't want to play that type of hockey. And we know that all the life lessons that hockey really offers and why the game is so great, and we need to offer that to more kids and give them more opportunities on a different platform than we currently are.
Mark, can you speak more to the life lessons aspect for you, coming out of the game of hockey? You've always been a leader. What has it given you post your hockey career?
Well, growing up all the way through, I think hockey is only a vehicle to create good civilians and good people. The life lessons that parallel through the dressing room, being accountable, the discipline, joining a team and being respectful for your teammates, dressing room etiquette, interacting and being able to talk to your teammates, and like I said, being accountable. There's so many parallels between what you can take when you finish your hockey career into the real world or the business world there. And I think that's one of the most important things we need to really kind of concentrate on, is not just, trying to push these kids through to become NHL players, because as we know, a very small portion of our kids make it to the NHL. But what are the real benefits and lessons that these kids are taking with them when they finish, no matter what level they get to? Those are the things that we really need to concentrate on.
Well, Mark, I cannot think of a better spokesperson for the game of hockey. A pleasure and honor to speak with you this morning. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me on.